Hi, I'm Jen from That Mama Book Nook, and welcome back to my channel. So 2026 has not started out the kindest. We literally all came down with strep throat on January 3rd, and it took a while to get the antibiotics, which is a whole other long story, but finally got treated, started feeling better, but still the transition back into routine and life has just not been the smoothest. I think we're finally turning a corner though. I am rearing to go. So happy New Year to me in mid-January. Anyway, today I just wanted to have a little chatty video kind of reflecting on 2025 and how that went, and mostly my goals for 2026. In 2025, I ended up reading 119 books. That was one less than the number of books that I read last year. So I apparently have a pretty consistent reading cadence. I feel great about that number. I probably could have even tied with last year, but I really didn't want to rush the book that I was reading just for a Goodreads number, especially because it was a book that I was doing a vlog for also, so that would have been a little complicated. As I said, I feel great about that number. I always set kind of a fake goal on Goodreads and other apps for reading numbers. So in 2025 it was 50. In 2026 I bumped it up to 60, but I do expect to surpass that number. As I've shared in previous videos on here, in 2025 I joined a lot of book clubs, most of them just kind of like virtual book clubs that anyone can join. There may or may not be a chat associated with it. Maybe it's on Fable or Storygraph, or maybe it's just through Instagram. I also joined a lot of year-long and monthly challenges, and basically in both book clubs, except for a couple, and challenges similarly except for a few, I basically didn't do a great job of participating in them because I was essentially stretched too thin. I just wanted to do all the things. I was so enthusiastic about doing them and participating, and I was so excited about all the books that people were choosing to read for their clubs that I just joined way too many. So that's probably one of the biggest changes that I'm making to 2026. I am really this year going to only be part of 2 book clubs consistently, one in-person local book club and one virtual book club that I feel like I was able to be very present in, and I really enjoy the company of the people that I chat with. That being said, I'm leaving it open for maybe 1 or 2 slots in my monthly TBR each month for an additional book club. Maybe it's a book that I have in progress, which I will get to talking about my in-progress reads in a moment, or maybe it's just a book that I'm really excited about or I have on my shelf. Those would be opportunities for me to just jump into this book club, maybe just for the month. Certainly, if I feel like I really clicked and enjoyed the atmosphere more than just talking about the specific book, but the book club as a whole, I would consider adding more like permanent slots. But for now, it's just the 2 with a couple optionals. This way, I can also make sure that the book is getting read. I am actively participating in the chat, and the same then goes for the challenges that I join as well. I really want to be more present in the challenges and the read-alongs that I join, so I'm trying to narrow that down a little bit. I will admit it is hard for me. I apparently just have book FOMO. The monthly bingos that often pop up, those ones I'm fine to just join as many. They often don't have a chat component, and they're easy enough to just fill in the books as I read them. I won't necessarily plan my reads around the bingos, but if it fits, great. If not, that's fine too. It's those year-long challenges or the monthly, like specific topic dedicated challenges that I'm trying to be more intentional about. So for year-long challenges, I will continue to do the buzzword. I've done that one for a few years. I really enjoy it. It may or may not add 1, 2 tops books to my TBR each each month, but really doesn't take a huge extra effort. And it feels like less pressure if I do or don't read it. I will try my best, but it's not the end of the world. The 12 books in 12 months recommended by 12 friends challenge is one that I am really focusing on this year. I read like 2 of the books from last year. I still plan to read them. It means so much to me that people took time to recommend me a book, and I hate that I didn't get to those. So this year, not only am I prioritizing those books, I do have a whole new 12 that I will be reading, and I will be sharing about those in a dedicated video, but I also am going to be vlogging each month. And I'm really excited about that because that just, first of all, puts another video on my channel for everyone to watch and get my reactions. I have had a really fun time doing the few vlogs that I've done, especially when it's one book specific, and really getting my genuine reactions about that. But also it keeps me accountable and committed to reading these books each and every month. So I'm so excited about that I'm going to be doing that. And then the last one that I am doing is the Diverse Reading Challenge. This is also something, this will be my 3rd year doing it, and it's something that I care about in my reading life, that I read more diversely. I feel like I've been doing a better job as the years have gone on. There's always room for improvement, so I love that this challenge provides those extra prompts. I may be going about the challenge a little bit differently than I did last year, but I am still hoping to read many diverse books, and I'm always excited about the prompts that Bex puts out each year. I, of course, will link all of these challenges down below so that if you want to join in, you can check out their channels and definitely give it a try. Then, as far as readathons go, I didn't necessarily have a problem with this in the past years, but again, just being more intentional about it, I am doing 1 per month, if that. There are definitely like several months that I don't have a readathon going on, and that's totally fine. There are a few that I really enjoy, and luckily they all are kind of in the same friend group, so they don't overlap, so I will definitely be participating in those. And I'm actually hoping to be more, I'm a broken record, but intentional with my participation. I want to participate more. I want to chat in the chat rooms, in the discords that they often have. I want to submit prompts on time, all the things. So that is kind of an update on how I'm tackling that. Again, those are probably going to be some of the biggest changes from last year, where I just did kind of all the things last year and it didn't work, which is fine, but we'll try something different this year. That being said, one thing that is still a little bit chaotic and that will not be changing because I am still me is my monthly TBRs will still be pretty busy. In this case, it's mostly caused by excessive advanced reader copies, but I enjoy when my TBR is super busy and I get a lot of widgets and things like that. So my TBR looks really big and essentially unattainable. But again, that doesn't stress me out. I really enjoy that. And the same thing goes for reading lots of books at the same time. My brain just thrives on that. I love reading a chapter of one book and then switching to the next and then the next and the next. I maybe would like to get it down a little bit. I'm reading quite a few at this point, but overall, you'll never see me reading less than 6 at a time. I can pretty much guarantee that. So anyway, even though people might look at that from the outside and think that's ridiculous as far as my TBRs and the number of books I read at a time goes, but it works for me and I love it and I'm gonna keep doing that. Then I think the last reflection / goal that I want to chat about today is my bookish social media presence. I feel pretty comfortable on Instagram now. I've been there for almost 2.5 years and I just hit over 2,500 followers, which is not a big account by any means, but it's not crazy small either. It's kind of a perfect size for, publishers notice me. I qualify for most, if not all, of the publisher influencer programs, but it's still small enough that it still feels like a close-knit community. I have a pretty good good flow of posting regularly over there. I do want to catch up on reviews this year. I don't really have an aesthetic. You know, certainly I'm always working on kind of learning new tricks on Canva or Instagram, or maybe I'll do some more reels or things like that. But overall, again, my flow feels pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of keep chugging along over there and just continue that slow and steady growth. Oh, and maybe hop on stories a little bit more. But again, nothing like super crazy. We're just gonna keep going. But YouTube is where I still struggled in 2025. It's technically been over a year of posting, but not really consistently. My channel barely grew this year, just being honest. And I really think it's just because I don't post enough or consistently enough. I mean, maybe my content's awful. Not to put myself down, I certainly am not a great editor, and it's certainly not anything special over here, but I still think that the biggest issue and what doesn't attract more followers here is the consistency. With consistency comes connection, I feel. So this is a huge goal of mine this year. I don't really have a number in mind or anything, but I would just love to find my rhythm on YouTube like I do have on Instagram. I want to do better about posting more consistently. I want to engage more on both my channel and other people's channels. And I just really want to make some real connections here. I've made a couple, which is great, and I just think the community seems really awesome, so I want to find more people to share that with. Other things, maybe I'll try, similarly to Instagram, maybe I will try my hand at a few more YouTube shorts. My stretch goal would maybe do a collab with another YouTube content creator and or maybe host some sprints. I would love to do that. It seems super fun just before the end of the year. So I think it's doable, but it's just gonna take some commitment from me and again, seeing if I can find that flow. I think that's pretty much it for bookish related goals. I obviously have some non-bookish related ones as well for 2026, but I'm not gonna get into those here. But yeah, if I can finally get into the swing of things in 2026, I think it could be a good year for reading as well as strengthening and making new friendships. I'd love to hear any of your goals for 2026, but if you are not feeling super chatty, go ahead and leave me a firework emoji for the new year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!